Okay, we're going to have a quick look at the if statement in VB here. So what we're going to do, I'll start us off and we'll start writing an if. Now, just like most things in VB, if I go tab tab, it will autocomplete for me and finish the rest of the statement. Now, it's not that helpful for an if, but it does show us the structure. So if highlights the true, then and then it's got the ending bit there, the end if. So this bit here, what we can do is change that and go and check some values. So if we want to check to see if x equals 7, then what we can do is, there you go, console write line. Oop. And then if I run that, might take a second the first time. There you go. It checks and says that's my favorite number. If I change x and make it 5 and I run it, it won't say anything. Fair enough. There you go. So what do we want to do if it's not 7 though? Well, there's an extra bit in this if statement we can add in. This is optional, you don't need it, but it is really quite useful a lot of the time. So else, and what we can do is say something else. So this time it will go and check to see whether if x is equal to 7, well, x is 5, so it's not, so it won't do this top bit. What it will do is run this second section here. So it should say that isn't a lucky number. There we are. Okay. Now, what you could do if you want is instead of an equals, you can use greater than. And obviously this sentence doesn't make sense anymore. And it will go and check to see whether x is greater than 7. So if we put in there 10, it should say that's a big number. Okay, and if we put something in that is less than 7 or equal to 7 even, it'll say that isn't a lucky number. So there you go. Okay then, right. You'll have noticed perhaps that I've created a couple of strings up here, name 1 and name 2. Now, VB is really quite nice to you because it allows you to do the same thing with strings. So if we can go and check to see whether name 1 is greater than name 2. And then we can just get these to print out on the screen. So if we put those in, I've spelled alphabet wrong, not to worry, fingers like cows' udders. And it'll tell us a bit about our numbers first. And because if Sam is further on in the alphabet than Fred, it will print it out like that. Right? So you can use it with an equals in there to check to see if two names are the same. You can use a greater than, you can use a less than. That is really quite handy, is not available quite as easily as that in just about every language. So there you go, the if statement.